Alright guys, movie review time. Just got back from the theater from watching Don't Worry Darling, Olivia Wilde's sophomore outing following Booksmart. Let me give you my initial thoughts. This movie was something. This movie was no doubt something. And what was once my most anticipated film of the year has unfortunately fallen flat. And let me follow that up by saying this. I see the reviews. I see the critic scores. I see critic reviews. I read them. This movie is not as bad as the 35% it has on Rotten Tomatoes. We are essentially presented with Olivia Wilde's most ambitious attempt at recreating The Truman Show for a new generation. And there were aspects of this film that I genuinely enjoyed, so let's start there before I start getting a little nitpicky. Florence Pugh. I just watched you have a 2-hour panic attack, and it was beautiful. It was gorgeous. You're gorgeous. You're so good. You are the highlight. Unfortunately, you're not going to see an Oscar nomination, and that's going to absolutely break my heart. But let's call a spade a spade. This movie isn't highly regarded enough to land a major nomination like that. Where this film succeeds is its ability to stick you in this stressful environment. You're constantly guessing. You're constantly questioning reality. And in a way, and I cannot stress this enough, in a very, very loose way, this movie does a decent job at mirroring that tension of The Truman Show, at emulating that constant, unsettling feeling of another presence involved. Now, where The Truman Show succeeds significantly more than Don't Worry Darling is in its screenplay. We are essentially watching weird shit unfold for 2 hours in an incredibly surface-level fashion. And that's where this film falls flat for me. It is bland. It is style over substance to the max. The stakes never felt real. They never felt high. The sense of urgency was never there. And we're basically watching a 2-hour clusterfuck of poorly meshed characters and a lazy script. And yes, I'm going to touch on it. Harry was okay to below average. When Harry's character was reserved, when he was just talking, having conversations, he was fine. He was fine. He was fine. When he starts screaming and he actually needs to stress his acting ability, he was bad. I wouldn't say laughably bad, but he was not great. I'm going 3 out of 5 on this. Hovering right around a 60%. I think that's fair. I respect Olivia Wilde for attempting at translating such a script to the big screen, but unfortunately, it fell a bit flat for me.